Welcome back, friends. We're a little bit behind on our videos, so we thought we'd just jump right into things and get going. So where are we heading next?
This time we leave Cambodia for South Thailand, back in Thailand here, this time for the beach and the national park. Grab your suntan lotion and let's go. I wanted to kick off this episode with a quick hello to my friend Steven back home. He's getting over a major surgery. He's one of our main followers, and I always appreciate his comments. Steven, this is us trying to keep you entertained 7 or 8 minutes at a time as you get better. Wishing you all the best and thinking of you every day. Now, Holly, where are we taking Steven and the rest of the gang if I throw a map up here?
So in this map, we fly back to Thailand, this time to Phuket in the south of Thailand, and then we head to the beach. We decide to do a beach area kind of north of the island of Phuket in Khao, and then from Khao we check out a national park, which is Khao.
So we rolled into Phuket, which really wasn't the destination in itself, although it had a nice main drag. We stuck around here for just a couple of nights, checked that out, checked out the night market, and a little bit of roaming around town to see the architecture. Here's a few shots of Phuket before we head north.
Grab the bus in the morning from Phuket to Khao Lak. Khao Lak is a kind of an area along the Andaman coast, and it's just really pretty, really nice beach. We had a great resort, had 2 nice pools, good food, and we just kind of enjoyed some R&R.
A few days to unwind after what was a pretty intense tour of Cambodia. Saw a few critters around the resort as well, and get out to the night market there too.
We took a bus just a little bit farther north and inland to Khao Sok National Park. And our hotel was just located right outside the entrance of the park. And it was a very, very nice area. It's very small and quiet. The park is nice. We noticed there was a little campground right at the entrance of the park, so we kind of walked through that. And then that first evening, we had a guided night safari. On this night safari, we saw quite a bit. We saw scorpions, we saw tarantulas, we saw a few snakes. And after that, I was kind of glad I wasn't staying in a tent and that I was actually at a nice little resort with a bungalow just outside the park.
The next day we get up and did a pretty long trek. I think this is about 7 kilometers out, 7 kilometers back, a deep jungle trek, guided. We turned out we were the only ones on the group tour, so it was just us and our guide. It wasn't as scenic maybe as I'd hoped, but we did again see some more animals, and the destination was a nice swimming hole, so we've got some shots of that here. Guide was also pretty talented when it came to bamboo, so he got showing us how bamboo actually has water in it that you could drink, so we had a sip of it. Then he boiled some of it to make coffee, made us our coffee mugs with handles out of bamboo as well, and even made us a matching set of rings. Now, I didn't follow everything that was going on. I don't think we got married during our hike. Maybe we did, but some nice souvenirs from our pretty deep trek. Now, a real highlight of that was we were just getting back about, I don't know, 20 minutes before the end, and we actually spotted some gibbons up in the trees. Now, I had a hard time getting a real good shot of it. If you watch the lower right corner, you might catch a glimpse as they swing through the trees here. So these are fairly uncommon to spot these, and our guide said, hey, you guys got a real treat today getting to see gibbons, even though they were a little bit hidden by the foliage. It was a pretty good hike.
You look no no black color นะ you look no black color species yeah same same with yellow
Yep.
yeah big one
One of the major draws to the park is the lake. They have a number of kind of companies that run floating rafts out on the lake. You can take a boat out to the floating raft. You can do this as a day trip, but you can also stay. We decided to stay. It's a little bit touristy, but we actually really enjoyed this. The views are beautiful. It's a beautiful lake. It's a lot like Halong Bay in a sense, except it's a lake. A lot of big karst kind of limestone formations and kind of scenic with the jungle around it. So we did quite enjoy it. The accommodation was very basic, but it was fine. It was fairly cool the day we went, so we made it all right and had a good time.
From the park, we caught the bus back down to Phuket and got ready to fly out to our next destination, which we'll get to in a second. But this really closed out a pretty big block of our travel plans for this part of the year.
Yeah, when we were planning this side of the trip, we had kind of planned to do some type of route through Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, and then this brings us to the end of that. And so at this point, we kind of had to pick a couple other countries to hit, kind of plan our route home. And we did a lot of this by listening to other travelers. Of course, there's a lot of really good places and a lot of really good ideas. We couldn't do everything, but I think you'll like the couple picks that we've got ahead of us. So keep watching.
So, shout out to Kate and Fran, among others, who suggested Malaysia. And that's where we are off to next with a quick stop in Georgetown and to Kuala Lumpur. We've got great food, we've got great street art. Do come back soon. We will see you in Malaysia.